What's good, y'all? Thanks for tuning back in to Air Trafficking. And today I'm going to be bringing you part 2 of my top 10 sneakers of 2015. And this one is the honorable mention list. If you didn't get a chance to check out part 1, which is my top 10 sneakers not including Jordans, make sure you do so. The link will be down in the description below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this honorable mention list. So coming in at number 10, we got the Air Jordan 7 Hairs. Definitely a clean shoe. This shoe here is just a classic. The color scheme, in my opinion, is very dope. When I first picked these up, I was definitely hoping to get a pair that had all the different colors in the tongues. As you see, I was successful with that. And this shoe is definitely a necessity for anyone who collects Jordans and loves the movie Space Jam. Coming in at the number 9 spot, we got the Air Jordan 1 DSM, or Dover Street Market. It's released earlier this summer, and in my opinion, the hype on this shoe was short-lived. The shoe was selling for $600 first week or two, and then the demand and the resale price quickly dropped down not too long after the release. But it's still a dope shoe in my opinion. I like the all patent leather upper with that same iridescence that's found in your Doernbecher 5. It's a very, very simple shoe, but still clean. And I thought that it should be part of the honorable mention list. Coming in at number 8, we got the Air Jordan 6 Maroon. I really struggled with what list this shoe is actually going to land on. Definitely a very, very, very clean shoe. And it is the first time that we've actually seen Jordan Brand retro this particular colorway. The shoe did have a pretty hefty price tag, but fortunately enough, I was able to get it under retail. Personally, I like the fact that the shoe is more of a cream color than the actual white. And let's not forget that Nike Air branding that they blessed us with this year. Now coming in at number 7, we got the Air Jordan 13 Doernbecher. This year I had pretty good success with picking up all the shoes that I wanted, except for this one here in front of you. Wasn't able to cart my size, but I did end up checking out with 2 GS sizes, in which I planned on trying to sell in order to secure my pair. I was able to sell one of the 2 pairs, and along with a $60 off coupon from Soul Supremacy, I was able to cop my pair and didn't pay too much over retail. Speaking of which, if you do need a size 7Y, hit me up. Now the honorable mention number 6 is the Jordan 11 Georgetown Low. You don't really see too many Jordans in this particular color scheme, but in my opinion this shoe is kind of slept on. Of course, I would definitely have loved to see it in a mid, but the low will do for now. Now landing in the number 5 spot is the Air Jordan 7 Bordeaux. This colorway is definitely a classic. A lot of people were kind of hesitant to accept it in its remastered form, specifically because the sole was in a dark charcoal color versus that light gray that we saw on the retro previous to this one. That really didn't bother me, although I did like that light gray sole better. All in all, it's still a dope shoe, very classic colorway. And as you see, I was able to get a nice mix up of all the different colors on the tongue on my particular pair. Now number 4 on the list is the Jordan 1 Pinnacle in the Vachetta Tan colorway. And this is another one that I really struggle with. Not only because it's a nice quality luxury shoe, but because it's essentially 2 shoes in one. As you can see, the leather on the upper is still a very light beige color, but these shoes are actually designed in that the more wears the shoes actually get, the leather actually matures. So this light beige upper that you see, eventually with time and wears, will turn to a deeper, darker, richer brown color. Really cool concept, and I'm definitely feeling all these premium materials that they're dressing the Air Jordan 1 in. Landing in the number 3 spot is the Jordan 11 Low True Red, or the bread colorway. And this was a shoe that I was surprised a lot of people didn't even have it on their list. I knew that personally myself, with all the crazy pickups that I got this year, I wasn't going to have this in the top 10. But it's still worth the honorable mention in my opinion, especially since I had an excess of 15 pairs of these when they first released, and they sold all within like the first week. I did choose to hold on to 2 pairs personally for myself, And although I'll probably always choose the mids over the lows are still a nice alternative to go to, especially during the summertime. Holding down the number 2 spot is the Air Jordan 5 Pro Stars. And in my opinion, this is one of the best newer colorways that we got this year. I doubled up on the shoe myself, really feeling the cement print on the tongue, and that infrared and poison green along the bottom just adds the right amount of pop. I like the fact that they went with a black for the netting, that way I don't have to worry about it yellowing. Yes, these were sitting on shelves, but doesn't matter to me. Very dope shoe and will always be in my collection. Now coming in at the number 1 spot on the honorable mention list is the Jordan 13 Chris Paul PE. And if you guys follow the channel, then you know I definitely love Jordan 13s. Definitely one of my favorite models. And in my opinion, I like the new flavor that they threw down on these. It's nice to get something different from Jordan brand here and there. The long hair suede on the shoe was nice, and it also looks like they listened to some of our complaints because they actually wrapped it around the pods as well, like they used to do the older models. This is another shoe that I went back and forth on which list I was going to actually put it on. And although it didn't make it on the list of my top 10 Jordans for this year, in my opinion, it's still worthy of holding the honorable mention crown. Alright guys, this wraps up my top 10 sneakers of 2015, the honorable mentions. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure if you haven't checked out part 1, you hit the link in the description. Also be on the lookout for parts 3 and 4. They're coming this week. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at the name you see down in the bottom right hand corner. And keep it locked to Air Trafficking. Sneaker collection is on the way. Until next time, I'm taking off.